afternoon, and thank you for coming today. We will show you around and make the case for our police station to receive government funding. Your funding would allow us to keep the local area safe as possible and help prevent tragic events from unfolding. So if you'd like to follow me, and we can show you around. Just wait while we wait for one of our detectives to come join us.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us at this press briefing today. My name is Detective Inspector O. Today I will read out a short statement of the facts as we know them so far, and then I'll be available for some brief questions. 12 years ago, we were called to a serious collision on the A1 Ultra Road. A red Ford Escort was found overturned on the side of the road. The driver, L, and 2 passengers were pronounced dead at the scene. A witness at the time believed they saw a grey car drive away from the wreckage. Recently, new information has come forward that may become a step towards catching the culprits. This information leads us to believe that a group of young men were in the still unidentified second car. We urge anyone who has information to contact us by calling 101. That is all I have in this press statement. I will now answer some brief questions.
The killers were driving a grey Ford Cortina. Well, at least it's something, I suppose. Just don't understand how no one has any information on the killers. Well, if they didn't flinch at murder, they are never going to flinch at a public appeal. Marcus.
If you could all please follow me.
What news do you bring? Hopefully you've cracked the case.
I'll leave the case cracking to you. I'm sure you're the ideal man to avenge Al.
You too, kind. But seriously, you wouldn't be in my office if you didn't have something.
It's true. I recently visited the Oracle for some divine guidance.
What did I have to say?
They said the murder of Hell is to blame our current situation. We must pay the killers back.
You know as well as I do that Elle's murder has provided us with a great deal of dead ends and disappointment.
About that, the Oracle also said that the killers are still in the city.
What? All this time they've been right under our nose?
I'm afraid so.
Very well. You've given me a lot to think about.
You're very welcome. I must get back for some other cases.
Who could these killers possibly be?
If you could please follow me. Please can you come stand or sit along this wall?
I best ask for some divine intervention. I've brought you here to ask you some questions. Do you understand? Recently we've questioned the oracle, who sent us this message. Uncover the murderers of El, put them to death, or drive them into exile. So I now ask you, if you have any messages, plucked from the birds or whatever, that may help us in finding these murderers. In other words, we are in your hands.
No comments.
Strange response, and friendly to the state that reared you to withhold the word of God.
None of you know, and I will never reveal my dreadful secrets. Are you on?
What? You know and you won't tell.
I'd rather not cause any pain for you or me. So why this useless interrogation? What will come will come.
Oh, I can see it clearly now. You helped hatch the plot. You did the work short of killing him with your own hands.
You forced it out of me. You're the murder you hunt.
You'll pay for this.
You cannot see how far you've gone in guilt.
You've lost your powers. Stone blind, stone deaf senses. Eyes blind as stone.
I pity you. Flinging at me every insult each man will fling at you soon.
You can't hurt me. You can never touch me.
True. It is not your fate to fall at my hands.
See, is this conspiracy his or yours?
See is not your downfall. No, you are your own.
Tell me, when did you prove yourself a prophet? When the Sphinx kept her death watch? Why silent then? There was a riddle that cried out for a prophet. Where were you? Not a word. You and your birds, your gods, nothing. But I came by. I stopped the Sphinx.
You with your precious eyes. You're blind to the corruption of your lives, to the house you live in, those you live with.
Enough!
Who are
Get
your
out!
parents, do you know?
Get out!
This day will bring your birth and your destruction.
Riddles. That's all you can say.
Oh. But aren't you the best man alive at solving riddles?
Mock me for that. Go on, and you will reveal my greatness.
Well then, I'll be going. But before I leave, listen to me closely. The man you have sought so long, he is here. Blind who now has eyes, beggar who now is rich.
You. Who do you take me for? Coward or fool?
Are you quite finished? Hear me out and then judge me on the facts.
Let me guess, you're not a traitor.
You've clearly lost your sense of balance.
If you think you can abuse a kinsman and get away with it, you're insane.
Well, fair enough, but at least tell me what I'm being accused of.
Did you induce me to talk with that so-called prophet?
I did.
Did they ever refer to me when El was in charge?
No, not at least in my presence.
But you started the murder investigation, didn't you?
We did our best, but discovered very little.
They never accused me then, though. Why not?
I don't know.
You do know. And you'd tell it if you had a shred of decency.
If I knew, I would have told you. You know, if I knew, I would have told you. You're married to my sister, aren't you?
Yes. She receives from me whatever she desires.
And you and I are equal.
Yes. And it's there you show your true colors. You betray a relative and a kinsman.
Not at all. Not if you see things rationally. You want proof? Talk to your uncle yourself. If you detect that I've plotted anything, arrest me, but don't convict me on sheer unverified rumors. What do you want from me?
I want you dead!
Just to show how ugly a grunge can be.
You can't possibly think I'm serious.
I think you're insane.
No, I'm quite sane.
What if you're wrong?
No matter.
Have you no sense? Poor misguided man, why this outburst?
My sister, it's dreadful. Your husband is bent on a choice of punishment for me, exile or death.
Precisely. I caught him in the act, just about to stab him in the back.
Never! Curse me, let me die and be damned if I've done you any wrong!
Oh, God. Believe it, Ho. Do it for me. For the sake of the city.
Get out.
I'm going. But you're wrong. You're so wrong.
What is it, my love? Why this rage?
Cease to blame his schemes against me.
How did this quarrel start?
He says I murdered Elle, that I'm guilty.
How does he know this? Some secret knowledge or simple hearsay?
He sent his prophet in to do his dirty work. You know how he likes to keep his own hands clean.
A prophet. Well then, free yourself of every charge. Nothing human can penetrate the future. Here is proof. A prophet came to our once. He declared that doom would strike him down at the hand of a son. Our son. But else, so the reports go, was killed by strangers, thieves, at a place where 3 roads meet.
Strange just hearing you just now. My mind wondered.
What do you mean?
I thought I heard you saying that Elle was killed at a place where 3 roads meet.
That's what they say.
Where did this happen? Be precise.
At a meeting of Archway Road and Highgate Hill. Oh, aren't you so?
Elle, how did he look like? Describe him.
He was worthy, and the grey just began to streak his temples. And his build wasn't far from yours.
I fear the blind prophet can see. One more thing.
Anything? Answer all I can.
How many people was he traveling with?
3 other people in a single car.
Aye. Now I can see it all. Who told you this at the time?
The learned survivor.
Could they still be in the city, even now?
No. No. Once they returned and heard that you become detective, we held dead and gone. He told me that he had to go.
But could we bring him in?
Easily. But why?
Many years ago, a drunk shouted to me in the street that I was not my father's son. The accusation played on my mind, so I went to the oracle for an answer. Instead, the oracle told me that I was fated to commit incest with my mother and to kill my father. How could I go back home after hearing this? So, I had it here until I reached that very spot where Elle, you say, met his death. At that crossroads, a man just as you've described him was about to run me off the road. I don't know what came into me. And you, his wife, I've touched you with this. Wasn't I born for torment? Look me in the eyes. I must be exiled. You, almighty gods, Let me slip from this world before I see myself stained with such corruption. But first, I must wait for the survivor. He's my only hope for redemption.
What then?
If his story matches yours, then I've escaped the worst.
What did I say?
You said thieves, so if he holds to the same number, I cannot be the killer. One can't equal many. If he refers to one person, one alone, then I must be guilty.
I told you precisely what he said. He can't retract it now. They all say he heard it, not just me. But even if he should vary from his first report, he could never make the murder of hell fit the prophecy. My son is dead. He never had a chance to kill my husband. So much for prophecies. Neither here nor there.
True, but still, I must question the survivor.
Then I will send for them at once.
Please, can you follow me? Please, can you just wait in here for a moment? Sorry. Please, can you come through here? Please, can you come just wait in here for a moment? Please, can you come up against this wall?
Who are you and what do you have for me?
I come from the city of your childhood. I have information about your father.
What information do you have for me?
Your father is dead.
How? What killed him?
Sickness took his life.
So, all these prophecies are nothing. They said I'd kill my father. That was my doom. But now he's dead and buried and I had nothing to do with it. But my mother's bad, surely I must fear.
You don't know. Your father was nothing to you. Not in blood,
What are you saying? He wasn't my father.
no more than I am.
So why did he call me his son?
You were a gift. Years ago. Know for a fact he took you from my hands.
From another's hands. But he loved me deeply.
True. In his early years without a child, made him love you all the more.
Where did you take me from?
I took you from the house of El,
You mean the El that was murdered 12 years ago?
the very man. In fact, I was witness to his murder in that car crash.
Wait. Are you the survivor from that crash? Tell me anything you remember about that night.
I remember there only being a solitary driver in the grey car that your public appeal mentioned.
Only one driver. Not a group.
No, just the one driver.
It all comes true. All bursts to light. I said revealed at last. Cursed in birth. Cursed in marriage. Cursed in all the lives I've cut down with his hands.
Please, could you follow me?
My darkness swirling around me, wave on wave, unspeakable, irresistible headwind, fatal harbor. Oh, it's you. I know you there. Dark as it is, I'd know you anywhere. It's you. It's clearly you. Apollo, he ordained my agonies. But the hands that struck my eyes were mine. No one else. I did it all myself. Take me away, far from this place. Cast me away, my friends. The men the deadless gods hate the most of all. Oblivion, what a blessing. For the mind to dwell world away from pain. Oh, triple roads. It all comes back. The secret where three roads join.